Hello everybody, I'm here again to talk about blue today. Blue is autosomal incomplete dominant mutation, which means it's got a phenotype in heterozygous and homozygous. These are all heterozygous, and these are all pharaoh-based sparkly and homozygous sparkly. Incomplete dominant means that in heterozygous, when two of these are bred together, it gives 25% chance of homozygous, 25% chance of non-inheritance, and 50% chance of more of the same. Blue doesn't change the underlying plumage, so if you've got a group of all pharaoh blues, for example, all the offspring are going to still be pharaoh, even though in homozygous blue you may not be able to tell. If you're using a group of all the same underlying plumage, you'll know. It gets a little more complicated if you start mixing underlying plumages. So if you've got, say, blue fawn and blue EB, Rosetta or Tibetan, obviously there's a chance that your homozygous blues could be either or a combination, depending on what you're using. It's for that reason that I tend not to mix them. So I tend to keep them just in groups of blue fawn or blue Tibetan or blue pharaoh, so that I know for sure with the homozygous blues what their underlying plumage is. There's a little bit of a myth that's been circulating that blue has a high mortality rate, or is bad, I guess, in homozygous. That's not true. I'm not sure where that myth came from, but yeah, it's not true. Yeah, it's totally fine to have homozygous blue. In homozygous, they do breed true. It's an off-white look, very, very heavily diluted. A lot of people just don't like it. I do, but I tend to keep them in heterozygous. I just like the look of them better, I guess. Some years ago there was also a debate that there was no such thing as blue, that it was lavender. It's not. Obviously lavender is recessive, same as with, I'm pretty sure most birds, lavender is recessive. As for locusts, I don't know. I should know. Nobody seems to know. Blue is being compatible with everything that I've tried. Everything from Oz Sandy, like other diluters, calico, sparkly, as I said, fawn, which is your Italian and Manchurian, EB, which is your Rosetta and Tibetan, what else, Splash. Pretty much everything I've tried it with, it's been perfectly compatible with in both heterozygous and homozygous, which rules out all those basic loci as that it can exist on. So obviously it'll be on a loci that hasn't been named yet, I guess. That's just speculation, but it seems pretty logical. And feather sexable, obviously on underlying plumage that is feather sexable, as long as they're not too heavily dilated, they will remain feather sexable. Homozygous blue, it's a little bit harder, even if they're just pharaoh. They simply might not have enough colour for you to be able to tell. But if you're using pharaohs and you're just keeping them in heterozygous, then you're going to be able to tell by about 3 weeks whether they're a boy or a girl. So they're pretty fun. There's a huge array of shades too. It's not something that you'll breed two that look the same and you'll get 100% the same. Even in homozygous, it's different shades of off-white depending on the bird, and it seems to be completely random. So they're not good if you've got a bit of OCD and like everything to look the same in a cage. But if you don't mind a bit of variation, then they can be a lot of fun. So again, no known mortality from this colour mutation. That is a myth, and again, it is not lavender, it is not the same. That is also a myth. I wanted to cover that because I've seen that mentioned quite a few times, people saying that they've got blue and they're worried about putting them together. Don't be, it's fine. Any mortality from breeding two blues together is not to do with the colour. It's just a plumage mutation. I'm pretty sure that's it for these guys. So I will see you again. I'm not sure what I'm going to cover next, but I've got a big list of stuff that I want to just do some short little videos like this about. So I'm slowly working through them. I'm not sure what order these are going to be posted in, because I've done a few now and they're just sort of sitting on my computer ready to be uploaded. So I am getting around to it. If you have any questions, please ask on the genetics group run by Mutton Yardley, or you can go to Camilla Quail page and message me through there. Bye guys.